Mind Your Business with Darlene Pierre-Louis. I am Darlene Pierre-Louis, and I welcome you to this new year, 2024. Oh my God, I am so excited for this year. Just like I was excited for 2023, I'm excited for 2024. We have a lot of great things in the works. We have a lot of great things in the making, and we cannot do any of it without your support and without your help. So we're going to start by saying thank you for our sponsors, Rogatinsky and Matthews. Also, JMHD Productions. Of course, you're probably hearing us or watching us on one of the stations for the radio, Radio Nouvelle Lumière, but also for Jasper TV, and of course, Economic Solution Services, Inc. We have been supported for the whole entire 2023 with these four companies. And it is an honor and a privilege to have launched Real Talk. Also to help with what do you need? So if you don't tell us what you need, we're not mind readers, we're not God, we cannot help you. So when you hear what do you need and you hear the phone numbers, please give a call. We have people ready to help you, connect you with whatever your needs are, the stores that you want to connect with, or the attorneys or the doctors you want to go see, or the tax professional offices, business consultants and coaches, you name it, we've got it. But tonight I'd like to talk to you about Mind Your Business. It is only a couple days into the new year, and we have been minding our business the entire 2023. What were your goals? What did you accomplish? What didn't you accomplish? Why didn't you accomplish what you didn't accomplish? And why did you accomplish what you did accomplish? I know it sounds like I'm saying a lot of things, but let's break it down, okay? So you created a goal. I think I shared with you guys on one of the episodes, the last quarter of the year of 2023, I wanted to reach out to 50 new customers. And in order for me to reach out to 50 new customers, I needed to know what my budget was. I needed to know what type of customers. As you know, Mind Your Business is brought to you by Economic Solution Services, Inc. We are an accounting firm. We provide entity structure setup. We provide bookkeeping and accounting, payroll, business taxes. So sales tax, payroll taxes, your 940, 941, RT6 for the states. And not just only in the state of Florida, we can help you in all 50 states. So in order to do that, I had to sit down with my team and we had to strategize. What is strategizing? Well, strategizing is a form of brainstorming. Okay, so how many clients do we need? We want to reach out to 50 new customers. How many do we want in the category of entity setup? So if we set up an entity for someone, an LLC, a partnership, or S corporation or C corporation, it's a one-time thing, we're done. Okay, because we also don't want to overload our case file because it's only 3 of us in the office now. We need more staff. So we had to sit down and say, okay, each one of us, if we can handle 5 to 6 new entity setups, okay, and then that leaves us, let's say we did 5, that leaves us with 25, with 45 positions and slots open. We also needed to prepare taxes for some of these businesses, because some of them hadn't prepared taxes in 3 or 4 years. But we wanted to make sure that wasn't going to be a one-time thing. So let's say we prepared 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023 tax returns. Are we going to work on keeping that client so they can become our client for a lifetime for 2024 coming up? So do you see the strategy? So yes, you can have a couple people working. You can have a couple new clients just for one leg of your business. But if your business has multiple legs, you want to make sure you're feeding to each one of those. So the leg that was the most important for me was the reoccurring monthly bookkeeping and accounting fee. Because I know with that, let's say we did get our 50 clients and 25 of those new clients were monthly reoccurring. So I didn't have to go get another 25 in 2024, right? Because my goal is eventually every year is to obtain 100 new clients. Why not 200? Why not 300? Because we still want to be small. We still want to be intimate. We still want you to be able to call us and talk to us and share things with us. We still want to be looking out for grants for you. Like right now, my team and I, starting tomorrow, we're going to be going through all the databases and looking for clients who requested grant help. And we're going to coordinate it with the cities and the counties and the states and also the other agencies like your CRAs. Your local cities have funds like CDBG grants. We want to see who meets those criterias, put together a spreadsheet, and make a time to meet with you all before January 18th, because come January 18th, it's tax season officially. We're open year round. We can prepare your taxes year round. We can file an extension for you. We can amend your return, but we have strategic plans in place so that we can make sure we're helping you mind your business while we are minding our business. Do you see that? So this year, what we're hoping to do is to hold more mastermind classes so that we can brainstorm together. So of course, we will talk to you further about masterminds and what they are. If you read the book, Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, he talks about that. I believe it's chapter 13. He talks about that. It's very important. When you mastermind, if you're not married and you don't have a business partner and you're in your business by yourself, sometimes you can feel alone and you can feel lonely. Sometimes you have ideas, but you don't have anybody you can bounce them off of. So that's where the mastermind is going to come into play. We will meet, we will discuss, we will strategize, we will plan, but most importantly, we will hold you accountable. The reason a lot of people set New Year's resolutions or New Year's goals and plans and they don't finish or they don't continue it is because they don't have somebody holding them accountable. We talk about this all the time, the gym membership. Oh, it's only $20, but you've been paying $20 for 6 months. That's $120 that you could have given to me to do something for you, you know? Or you could have gone and have a nice dinner with your significant other or your friend or your kids or whatever. So we need to take a hold of our money and do a better job at managing it. So if you're going to go to the gym, have a buddy system. So if you have a buddy system, and one day your buddy may not want to go, but you want to go. And then the other day you might want to go and the buddy wants to go. You guys will hold each other accountable. Come on, the rain has nothing to do with you getting in your car, driving to the gym and getting in the gym. You're not going to get wet. You're not working out outside, right? So you see what I'm saying? It's the same thing too with business. A lot of time in business, things change. Like with us in the tax industry, the laws are changing, regulations are changing. Sometimes the dates for events, deadlines are changing. So we have to stay on top of that. So not only are we running our business to service your needs, but we also have to run our business to work in our needs, to meet our needs. My books for ESSI has to be done. The taxes for ESSI have to be done. The planning and strategizing, meeting with the team, having a meeting, payroll has to be done. Everything we do for your business, we have to do for our business. So we're minding our business while we're helping you mind yours. Tax season is on the way. And I am going to urge you to be wise and be diligent. I hear too many of these stories where you are waiting for your tax return from 2-3 years ago. You want to apply for a grant or you want to apply for a loan and we need 3 years of tax return, but you can't find it or the person doesn't have it. So everybody is going to register with ID Me with IRS. It's a third-party agency that IRS is using so that you can verify your identity. So when you need something from IRS, you can get it like that. So no more wasting time calling, searching, driving to, hunting down your tax preparer because you didn't get a copy of your tax return. It's like if I went to the store and I bought this jacket and I paid the cashier and then I walked out and I left the jacket. That's exactly what you did with your tax return. Oh yeah, the printer didn't have ink. Okay, well, the person should have told you when to come back to get your ink. And then of course you get busy with your day-to-day and your job and your family and your kids, and you forgot about it until you needed the copy of tax return to amend your return. Or you got a letter from IRS and you don't even know what's on the return because you never saw it. Or you need to refinance your loan. for your mortgage, or you want to buy a property, or you want to apply for a loan. You shouldn't have to wait until you need the documents to have them in your possession. Rule of thumb, 3 to 5 years you need to keep your records. I do 7 to 10 years, but that's just me because I'm in the industry and I'm a little paranoid. But what we're trying to say to you is it is your responsibility. You need to do your due diligence to make sure that the items, credits, deductions on the tax return are legit and they are your real deductions. So, example, a lot of people are unable to file the form Schedule A, which is itemized deduction, because the standard deduction for married filing joint is probably $25,900. And you need to have expenses, meaning your mortgage interest, your property tax. If you have an HOA, depending on if you're running a small business in the home, you probably can deduct the HOA. If you're running a small business in your home, you probably can deduct your insurance, or you can just do the square footage. It's either or. So all those expenses, including charitable contribution, not only to your church. Charitable contribution is money that you donate to charities. So any corporation that has a 501c3, 501c4, there's so many different 501 statuses, but you just want to make sure that they're really tax exempt. So if they're tax exempt and you donate money to them for whatever their cause is, then you can deduct it on your tax return. Here's the rule of thumb for that. They're not really required to give you a form at the end of the year. Most big organizations, big churches and charities like United Way and American Red Cross, they will send it to you automatically because it's in their system. You gave money, they're going to send you a letter. Thank you very much for the $30, $35, $45, and so forth. But smaller organizations like our nonprofit that we just started last year, we are only going to give it to you at the requirement amount, and I believe is if you give $600. I'll double check that. But there's a minimum amount. But as a rule of thumb, we're going to start off our nonprofit the right way. So anybody who donates any money to us, we're going to send you a thank you letter, and you're going to have that at the beginning of the year following the year you contributed. I know that sounds crazy, but like right now, we're in January. Up to like early February, you should be getting your W-2s, you should be getting your 1099s, your 1098s, and your letters from nonprofit organizations that says thank you to you for the charity, for the donation that you made on their behalf of whatever their charity is. So that means our office, the accounting firm, we have to do those too. So not only do we have to do it for our staff, our employees, our contractors, we also have to do it for our clients, which is the reason at the beginning I told you we didn't want to be too big. We want to still be able to do that. We still want to be able to have a conversation with our clients. Like right now, we're going to be meeting with some of our clients. Some of them had 1099 contractors that they had a certain agreement with. So we need to determine, okay, how much of the money that was paid to them is going to be split as employee related, because they probably switched in between in the middle of the year. Because they were contractors, they became employees, or they were employees, they became contractors. So all that has to be ironed out. And we try to iron it out last month, but some of our clients, they're busy running their business. They're minding their business. And it's my job and my team's job to help them mind their business as well. So tax season, it is very important that you claim as much deduction as you can. Why do I say that? A lot of self-employed real estate agent, mortgage brokers, HHAs, CNAs, LPNs, what happened is you guys get a 1099 and you can claim you have to wear a uniform. You may have to bring your own stethoscope. You may have to bring your own face mask. I know during COVID, a lot of our healthcare industry workers, they had to bring their own gloves, their own mask, their own hand sanitizer. That was an additional expense for you. And if you don't keep track of that, IRS treats that as a business. If you ever sit down and take a look at your tax return, that Schedule C says profit and loss from business. So IRS says, hey, you are a business owner. Now, if you don't want to treat your business as a business, that's on you, but we're not going to give you these credits if you don't have supporting documents. So we had a client came to us new. Somebody prepared a return for him and didn't deduct his mileage. Well, he's a driver. That's all he does is drive. So that's a major deduction. I believe off the top of my head is 60 cents per mile. So imagine if you drive for a living, you're on the road all day long. Let's say you put in like with me, I don't even drive that much. I leave my house to go to my office, 4 or 5 days a week, sometimes 6 days a week. And then of course I come to the studio to shoot my shows, and I go to the radio station. All those are business miles. Let's say I put in 200 miles for the week times 60 cents times 12 months. It adds up. And then on top of that, if you go to a workshop for your business, if you go to a networking event for your business, remember this year we're networking, guys. I'm zoomed out. We're going to be hosting events at our location, at various locations. We're going to be inviting you to come and support us, and we're going to ask you to stream it and share it. This is how you're going to mind your business, but you're going to help us mind our business. So our nonprofit that we just launched, I'm so excited to talk about it, is to help educate our community in financial literacy. So we have an organization. I am a licensed health, life, and annuity agent, and I have not been really doing what my calling is, which is teaching. I want to teach you how to make your money work for you. I want to teach you how to make your dollars stretch without stressing your mind. And how can you do that? Picture this. If you work $10 an hour or $20 an hour, who is the most important person in your life? You. I know women, we have a hard time with that, but yes, you are the most important person in your life. Because you know how when you're on the plane and it says if the plane is falling and the oxygen mask comes down, you put yours on first before you put anybody else's on, including your child? Because if you're alive, if you're doing well, if you're healthy physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, then everybody around you is going to benefit. So let's do this with me. It's only been a few days in the year. You have a job. You get paid $10 an hour or $20 an hour. Pay yourself that first hour of your wage. So if you work 8 hours at $10 an hour, that's $80. So you're going to pay yourself that first $10. The remaining $70, we're going to budget on that. You see how simple that is? $10. So if you work 6 days a week, that's $60 a week that you're putting aside. And we're going to talk about how we're going to make baby moves. We're going to make money moves, but baby steps, okay? Money moves, baby steps. Remember, I like to say, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time? Well, we're going to put away money $1 at a time. Or in your case, you work $10 an hour, $10 at a time. If you work $20 an hour, $20 at a time. For those of you who work for yourself like we do, you're self-employed, we don't always have an hourly wage. We might have a salary. And I know there are weeks that one of my colleagues and I, we work more than 60, 80 hours in the week, So the way to do that is a percentage. So what I like to use, rule of thumb, is 10%. So let's say your salary for the year is $150,000. Right? So $150,000, 10% of that, we're going to divide it over the 12-month period. And if you get paid twice a month, then we're going to divide it over 24 pay period. And if you get paid every other week, there's going to be 26 pay period. You see how simple it is? We're not going to complicate this, because if it's complicated, you're not going to do it. I want you to mind your money. I want you to mind your health. I want you to mind your business, but most importantly, I want you to mind your mental capacity to dream. This year, 2024, I feel like I am floating on cloud 9. I am dreaming, and I'm dreaming big. I'm dreaming so big that I think I'm not going to be able to sleep at night because my mind is racing. So I went to the store and I bought a bunch of my notebooks, and I'm going to be writing things down. And this year, I'm going to stick with one notebook. Once it's done, I'm going to move on to the other one, because what I've done is left a notebook at the house and a notebook at the office. And then sometimes I'd have ideas and I write it in the notebook at the house and it doesn't translate to the one in the office. Anyway, so I have a friend of mine that did that. She has one notebook, and everywhere she goes, she has the notebook with her and she puts her notes on there. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Me, I want it to be like, okay, this is personal, this is business, but sometimes the business and personal crosses over. So anyways, tax season is officially starting. Please call us at ESSI at 561-877-4662. We also need your help. We need preparers. We need tax preparers. You don't have to have any experience. However, you must be computer literate. You need to know how to navigate the computer. You need to be able to type. You need to be able to do basic math. Of course, we have calculators in the office, but we need you to have some of the basics because it's crunch time. We are opening a center where we will be teaming up with IRS to prepare taxes for free for low-income earners. So we need volunteers. So for every 8 hours that you volunteer at the center, we will give you hours at our office to be paid for tax return. And I hope you understand that. We're going to train you on how to prepare tax return. We're going to give you a platform to practice. And then on top of that, we're going to give you a platform to get paid. But we need your help. You need to call us at the office, 561-877-4662. And you need to leave us your complete name and a good phone number for you, because training will be starting very soon. And once we get the training scheduled together, we want to see capacities of people who are registering. And then that way we can know where to place different people and at what capacity. Again, you're watching Mind Your Business with DERLINE Pierre-Louis. I am DERLINE Pierre-Louis, and it is an honor and a privilege to start this new year with you. Let's do exciting things together, but most importantly, have a great day on purpose.